Team USA. So this is the new and improved looking Caitlin Clark. This is Caitlin Clark professional notes. Instead of in her rookie season, the first rookie to achieve a triple-double. She was named the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year. A lot of people still are interested, but there is also a lot of people that ain't interested in Caitlin.
That moment right there is the reality check nobody wants to face. In the WNBA, no one likes seeing excitement spike, fade, and then plummet in just 3 days. But that's exactly what happened when Caitlin Clark returned to the court with Team USA last weekend. In Raleigh, the numbers painted a picture that runs counter to all the league's talk about long-term growth and broadening the fan base. The stats don't lie. Day 1 of Team USA camp, that surge in viewership was pure curiosity. Fans wanted to see what the hype was about. By day 2, the dip signaled casual viewers already losing interest. And by day 3, when the audience numbers crashed, it made one thing clear. The market is small and this attention is fleeting. For the WNBA, facing a potential 2026 season, these trends aren't just a blip, they're a warning. This isn't background noise, it's a flashing signal. January 6th is the line in the sand.
The CBA negotiations. From my understanding, they put forth another proposal for the WNBA players and the owners, but the players did not accept the new proposal. Now, we know January 6th was that 6-week timeline that we got before we either see another extension or another shutdown. Now, with that being said, I'm here to tell you, if we do not have a CBA signed by March or April, we gonna be in trouble. We gonna be in some serious trouble with the WNBA coming back for the 2026.
In just 6 weeks, the WNBA and its players face a critical deadline. Finalize a new collective bargaining agreement, extend the current one, or risk a full league shutdown. Early reports suggest the players have already rejected the owner's latest offer, and the numbers behind that decision should make anyone uneasy. Without a signed CBA by March or April, the 2026 season could be in serious jeopardy. A lockout doesn't just stall operations, it erases momentum, and the WNBA's momentum is already fragile. Relying on Unrivaled as a fallback isn't much of a solution either. That league failed to draw the audience many had hoped for. When your backup plan underperforms before your main product even hits a pause, it's not bad luck. It's a glaring problem staring the league straight in the face. Now, let's shift focus to what really mattered at Team USA camp. Beyond the headlines, this was the first real glimpse at where Caitlin Clark truly stands. Chloe Peterson from Indy Star became the first WNBA reporter granted extended access to watch Clark practice with the national team. What she saw cuts through much of the noise around Clark's recovery from the eardrum injury she sustained during the playoffs.
And obviously, nationally, there was a lot of interest with Caitlin Clark, and obviously locally, we're Indy Star here. A lot of interest in Caitlin Clark returning. Just what did you see from her play? You know, did she impress? I know Cara Lawson talked highly of her, Suber as well. Just like, what did you see from Caitlin in USA camp being healthy?
Still there. That was one of my leads, was just, you know, that shot of hers that we're also familiar with, very much still there.
The biggest takeaway was straightforward. Her shot is still elite. Those deep logo range threes that made Caitlin Clark a household name haven't disappeared. Her range is intact, and just as important, her speed is steadily returning. That first step quickness matters more than most realize. It forces defenders to overcommit, opens passing lanes, and creates chaos for any defense that hesitates even slightly. Physically, Caitlin looks nearly back to full strength. She herself confirmed she feels healthy, which matched what was visible on the floor. The main challenge now is timing. After missing games, her rhythm is a little off. At this level, being just half a beat late changes everything. Shots that normally fall clean are still there, but the flow, dribble, release, and decision making needs more reps to feel seamless again. The injury didn't take her skill away, but the layoff interrupted her cadence. That kind of rust doesn't vanish overnight, especially against elite competition. Defense has been the area drawing the most scrutiny. Watching Caitlyn match up with Kelsey Plum during Team USA camp made that obvious. Plum's speed, strength, and experience highlighted moments where Clark struggled to stay in front, mostly while still shaking off residual rust. It wasn't a lack of effort, it was reaction time and positioning against one of the league's toughest guards. Those defensive lapses were easier to spot in that environment, and that's part of the growth at this level. Camp is designed to challenge players, not shield them, and Caitlyn was tested. What happened on tape matters. The most revealing stretch came later when Caitlyn faced Paige Buchers. The energy on the floor shifted immediately. This wasn't a debate over who's better or who deserves more attention. The real insight came from seeing how their games meshed. Both read the court quickly, move without the ball, and understand spacing at a high level. Instead of clashing, their styles complemented each other. One draws gravity with deep shooting, the other controls pace and balance. Together, they opened the floor in ways coaches dream about. Not for viral highlights, but for real, functional basketball. What Team USA camp highlighted wasn't a finished product. It showed progress, rust, pressure, and glimpses of what's possible. Caitlyn Clark is healthy, recalibrating, and adjusting to elite competition. That reality matters more than any single drill or highlight, and it's exactly the calculation Team USA is making right now. No one is being cut in this camp. It's not about trimming the roster today. It's about building chemistry with an eye on 2028 and beyond.
Saw someone ask me like, oh, who online, who's standing out and who looks like someone that's going to get cut. And it's just, that's not the purpose of this camp. You know, this is not a camp that's like, oh, hey, you're no longer going to be in the pool after this one camp, you know? So I think, yeah, those were some of my takeaways.
Letting players coexist, compete, and learn how they fit together long term. Now let's address the obvious topic.
This week, Team USA refreshed Caitlyn Clark's official headshot and bio, and the new image clearly shows a leaner look in her shoulders compared to her rookie season.
Today, shout out to off-season Caitlyn Clark sources. Off-season Caitlyn Clark sources be having the sources. They stated Caitlyn Clark profile headshot has been updated on Team USA, so this is the new and improved looking Caitlyn Clark. Now, as y'all can see here from this picture, judging by her shoulders, she lost a lot of weight. But this is the Caitlyn we want to see. See, this is the Caitlyn that shoot logo threes. And judging off the footage that came out this weekend, there was a lot.
Before jumping to conclusions, it's key to understand what this actually represents. This is Caitlyn Clark at her natural playing weight, not the heavier version she carried through a grueling 40-game WNBA season and playoffs. That extra bulk came from endurance, recovery, and simply surviving the relentless grind. With rest and a lighter schedule, her body has returned to its usual shape, the one she carries when not constantly battling travel and contact. Her updated professional bio now reads like a detailed chronicle of her career.
The first rookie to achieve a triple-double. She was named the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year, the third female player to earn the honor. Additionally, was the only rookie selected in all WNBA first team, becoming the first rookie since 2009 and only the 5th overall to ever name the league's first team, drafted #1 overall by the Indiana Fever in 2024.
Caitlyn Clark's accomplishments speak for themselves. Single season assist record, rookie scoring record with 769 points, the first ever rookie triple-double in WNBA history, 2024 Rookie of the Year, and a first-team All-WNBA selection, making her only the 5th rookie ever to earn that distinction. Seeing all of that lined up back-to-back leaves no doubt about the scale of what she achieved in a single season. Context matters, especially when the media enters the conversation. Chloe Peterson later conducted an almost 2-hour interview for Indy Star, detailing her exclusive Team USA access and what she observed on video. Despite being the first reporter granted that level of access to Clark at national team camp, the content barely registered with viewers. That contrasts sharply with the engagement Caitlyn generates during games, across social platforms, and even through short highlight clips. This gap tells a story about the audience. Fans show up to watch her play, replay highlights, and react to quick takes. But long-form, in-depth breakdowns of her development simply don't hold the same appeal. It's not a knock on Peterson's reporting, it's a reality check on what this fan base actually wants. Spectacle drives attention, substance does not, at least not yet. Now, combine that with the bigger picture for the WNBA. Viewership trends from Team USA camp spiked, dipped, and then collapsed by the final session. Not sustainable growth. The audience revolves around one star. When Caitlyn plays, people tune in. When the novelty fades, they drift away. Meanwhile, CBA negotiations remain stalled, with the January 6th deadline looming. Push this into March or April without a deal, and the 2026 season is at serious risk. Unlike leagues with decades of built-in loyalty, the WNBA doesn't have a massive core audience that will wait patiently. The momentum gained in 2024 is already slipping, and a lockout wouldn't just pause it, it would erase it. On the court, Caitlyn Clark is physically healthy, but still shaking off rust from her eardrum injury. Her offensive game remains elite. Deep shooting, court vision, and the ability to manipulate defenses are all intact. Defensive limitations are still part of the conversation, especially as Team USA evaluates how she fits alongside the next wave of talent, including Paige Bueckers. These camps aren't about the present, they're about shaping the 2028 Olympic roster. Media coverage tells its own story. Caitlyn's profile explodes with highlights or controversy, but attention fades quickly when the focus turns to in-depth analysis. A 2-hour interview with exclusive Team USA access barely moved the needle, whereas a 30-second clip of her pulling up from the logo racks can rack up hundreds of thousands of views. That disparity exposes a harsh truth about the difference between celebrity culture and true sports fandom. Here's the uncomfortable reality connecting everything. The WNBA's one-year spike in relevance came because Caitlyn entered the league at the perfect intersection of talent, timing, and personality. But spikes don't build lasting businesses. Foundations do. And right now, that foundation is showing cracks. Viewership is declining. The CBA remains unresolved, unrivaled, intended as a backup, failed to deliver the expected audience. The fan base that rallied for Caitlyn in 2024 is proving conditional. They'll watch her play, they won't watch her practice. They'll consume drama, but skip analysis. So what happens if there's no 2026 season? If negotiations drag into a full lockout, the league loses a year of momentum, Caitlyn loses a year of her prime, and casual fans move on. When the WNBA finally returns, it will be trying to restart from scratch. The numbers from Team USA camp don't lie. Day 1 reflected curiosity, Day 2 showed decline, and by the end, interest had crashed. That data is the clearest signal yet of the challenges facing both Caitlyn Clark and the league moving forward. Day 3 told the story. Collapse. This isn't a stable fan base, it's a novelty wearing off. If the WNBA can't turn Caitlyn Clark's star power into sustainable growth for the league, this one-year surge starts to feel like a fleeting moment. The real question isn't whether Caitlyn Clark remains elite, it's whether enough fans will still care when 2026 rolls around. Right now, the numbers leave that question unanswered. The league is at an unplanned crossroads. One path leads to patience, stability, and long-term investment. The other leads to missed seasons, broken momentum, and a fan base that has already shown it won't wait for the product to return. Caitlyn Clark did everything expected of her. She delivered ratings, headlines, record-breaking performances, and a year that put the WNBA back in the national conversation. What comes next isn't on her shoulders. It falls on leadership, labor negotiations, and the league's ability to turn a moment into lasting momentum. The numbers from Team USA camp weren't random. They were a warning. Curiosity comes fast. Loyalty takes work. Right now, the WNBA hasn't proven it can convert attention into attachment. If a lockout hits and 2026 is lost, there's no guarantee casual fans will return. This is bigger than one player, one season, or one contract dispute. It's about whether the league understands the difference between fleeting attention and lasting attachment. Attention fades, but attachment survives silence. The question is clear. Will the WNBA learn from this or squander the biggest opportunity it's ever had? That's where the story pauses. Not because it's over, but because the next chapter will be written behind closed doors. For the real numbers, the media blind spots, and the stories that never make the highlights, stay with Courtside Leaks. We cover every angle, every backstage twist, every moment they won't show you. Hit like, subscribe, comment, and share. Stay locked in with Courtside Leaks, your source for the truth behind the WNBA.